I apologize, folks. I know I had this scheduled, but then had someone come over to the house, had some stuff to take care of, and I apologize. But I'm here now, so let's try this. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Tuesday afternoon, talking college football. What are we going to have tonight for the college football playoff rankings? The second by the committee. Well, you probably take a guess, although some teams going down this week, yeah? Some teams upset. Is it going to look like the AP poll? Maybe, maybe not. What's up, Neo? What's up, Nate? I will drop the link for you guys, but I'll show you guys this. The current rankings here. Let's talk all things college football today. That's the top 25 poll. Hold on. Week 12. What the hell? Okay, hold on. 10 or 11. Playoff rankings. 2 games left. You'll see Alabama with a 9-1 record tonight or tomorrow whenever they do release the rankings, the new ones. Georgia's now 10-0. We got 2 weeks left of the regular season. Alabama playing Arkansas and then the Iron Bowl at Jordan-Hare. Georgia, I'll have to double check who they're playing. They got Georgia Tech. They're playing this Charleston Southern, it looks like. But so these are the current rankings. You see the new AP poll, though. They got Alabama at 3. They moved Oregon up 2 spots. Or actually, hold on. I apologize. Let's look at where they have the AP poll. I was looking at the wrong one. So Oklahoma lost. They dropped them to 12. Georgia stays at 1. Bama's up. Cincinnati down 1. Oregon up. Everyone's moving up a few spots. Why? I don't know. Probably because a top 5 team in Oklahoma, top 10 team, lost big time. And now you have what's going to be. I mean, I think it'll be similar to this. I don't know. Does Oklahoma go to 12? They might go further than that. It's a rarity to see the AP poll and the playoff poll. It's a rarity to see those exactly alike. But this is what you had last week. This is what you had, yeah? Georgia, Bama, Oregon, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Michigan, Michigan State, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's dropping for sure. Notre Dame. Did they win? Let me double check. They won. So maybe they move up. Take Oklahoma's spot. I don't know. Oklahoma State. A&M. Wake Forest. Baylor. Few teams. I'll tell you what. Baylor and Oklahoma. Baylor beats Oklahoma, a top 10 team. Does the committee look at a 2-loss Baylor? This is my big question. You know, do they put them in a spot in the top 10? Or are they still just outside of it? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm asking. Oklahoma still plays terrible defense, says Crimson. Good to see you in here. Neo, Nate, Crimson, Rick, Sam Bell, what's up, buddy? What's up, Jacob? How y'all doing? These rankings this year, I mean, we don't know. Like, it's clear that it's Georgia and everybody else. You know, I mean, it's literally the Bulldogs and then everybody else in college football.
Man, no fucking shit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, seriously. Cincinnati, okay. Ohio State, Oregon. These are teams that are let's just call it what it is. And I know I say any given Saturday, right? Upsets can happen, and we don't know what these games are. What some of them are pretty like. Okay, Bama played Mercer this year. We know about that. But when I talk about like a Bama Florida game or Georgia and Tennessee or Georgia, whoever, potential trap games. Crimson says Ohio State's going to get better, jump in the playoffs, and stunt Georgia. Ooh, damn, that's a bold claim. I don't know. But again, you see the again, this is last week, but I showed you guys the AP poll. It's meaningless. These are the real rankings. Yeah. Notre Dame might move up. Oklahoma losing, they're going to drop. Michigan State, I think, still only has the one loss to Purdue, which isn't a bad loss, but it's not a great loss. But they handled it well. They had a pretty good win over Maryland. Can they get the Buckeyes this week? That's the big game right there. That's the one you want to look out for. In fact, let's look at this game here. Let's look at Michigan State, the Spartans taking on the Buckeyes this Saturday in Columbus at Ohio Stadium. Can Michigan State get an upset? I think they could. I don't think that they will. It's likely, but it's also very tough. At least as of right now, it's number 4 Ohio State on number 7 Michigan State, right? Hold on one second. I'm a little unprepared. Give me 1 second. Ohio State and Michigan State. There we go. 12 noon Eastern this Saturday. Can the Spartans get an upset over the Buckeyes? I think they could. I just don't think that they will. Let's just call it what it is. Ohio State's amazing, right? Are they unbeatable? No, they lost to Oregon. Then again, Oregon's looking amazing. But they've looked flawless since then, especially with C.J. Stroud and that Buckeye offense. When you look at it, Michigan State is amazing. Kenneth Walker, probably the best. Well, I'd say he definitely is the best running back in the Big Ten this year, looking at it. I'll say this. This is more an offensive game. I see a lot of playmakers. I really do. Now, let's call it what it is. Everybody, unless you're an Ohio State fan, is pulling for Michigan State. That's fair. Michigan State is on this roll, right? They're 9-1. They're 6-1 in conference play. Buckeyes 7-0, have not lost a Big Ten game yet. They have the loss to Oregon, but they've looked great since. 34 points a game, 34.6 for Michigan State. Ohio State scoring 10 more points. Both defenses are pretty solid when you look at it. You got 22.6 for Michigan State. Points allowed per game, 20.2 for Ohio State. Ohio State leads in practically every other category, but it's not like it's not even close. Was this a fluke game here, this Purdue loss that Michigan State had? No, I think Purdue's a great team, and when you play a team like that on the road, something's bound to happen. Now, it could have been closer, but it also, could have been avoided. Michigan State's defense did not do their job. They struggled. They gave up 40 points, and they didn't have enough offense to keep up. You look at the line, it's 19. The over-under is 67. Is Ohio State going to win this game? Honestly, I think so. I don't know if they cover 19. I do think their defense is a little suspect. I think the Spartans are going to put some points up, but I think it's going to be one of those games where the Buckeyes pull away. C.J. Stroud, Travion Henderson, Justin Smith, Najigma, or Jackson Smith, not Justin, I'm sorry, are amazing. These guys and what they have on the team, it's one of the better offenses in football. Now, I've been saying, and I'm not saying that they're bad, but I do think Ohio State is very much overrated this year. Not saying they're bad, but people make them out to be like they're unstoppable and, they're a for sure playoff lock. They're winning the Big Ten. They're winning. Look, this is one of those games right here that you have to look at and you say, okay, maybe not so much. You look at it and you say, this is a trap game. Michigan State, are they pissed off? Are they still mad about that Purdue loss? They got the win over Maryland, you see here. Big time win. But did they learn a few things about their team that they wanted to fix? They played better defensively and better offensively. And again, maybe against a lesser team. I don't know. But you got to think there's some fuel for Mel Tucker and the Michigan State Spartans. The secondary and everything. Look, they have to get it together. You got to guard guys like Sam Hart, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. You have to stop these elite receivers that they have. Master Teague, Travion Henderson. They got some key running backs. C.J. Stroud, of course, the quarterback, is a freshman quarterback, by the way, for Ohio State. He's looked phenomenal, right? Is Ohio State, at this point of the season, are they unbeatable? No. Again, I mentioned they lost. But let's say even if they had won that Oregon game, Ohio State is vulnerable. They could very much lose this game. So, look, overall, let me just go ahead and get this out the way. I do think the Buckeyes are going to win. I hope it's Michigan State. Because I'm sick of this. Buckeyes every year. Plus, I'm sure it'll piss off Kirk Herbstreit. Let's just call it what it is. Nobody wants the Buckeyes to win this game. But I'm sorry, I think that they're going to. I don't know. But I think they will, and I think they'll win by 11, 37-28. Ohio State shouldn't be favored by more than 7, 86%. What in the world? Yeah, I know. I think it's crazy. Michigan State, the loss to Purdue, yeah, it was a blowout, or I don't know. How many points is considered a blowout? Someone let me know. But, it's not bad. Purdue's not a bad team. It was 11 points. And, it was on the road. Purdue's a tough place to go. Ohio State lost to Purdue a few years ago. Ohio State lost to Purdue a few years ago. Purdue's a team to get some upsets here or there. Purdue's a great team this year in general. So it's not like the Spartans have a bad loss. They shouldn't shake their heads over it too much. I hope they get the win. I like Michigan State this year. I have a feeling that the Buckeyes will pull this out for sure. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. But you guys let me know what you think about this game. Do the Spartans even have a chance at all? Or is Ohio State really that high up on a pedestal in the Big Ten right now that it's not even close? Y'all let me know. I don't know. Anyway, let's just hang out for a bit, guys. Let's talk some sports. Let's chillax. And we can just kind of hang out. Jacob says it will be high scoring. Both teams' strengths on offenses goes against both teams' weaknesses on defense in the 30s, maybe the 40s, at least the high 20s. We'll see.
Hey, how are you doing? I just wanted to comment on a couple of things.
Okay.
So the Ohio State, Michigan State game, my opinion on Michigan State is that it's a bad matchup for Michigan State in terms of the defense. And the reason why is because you have one of the best passing offenses in the country who can light up anybody. And then you got Michigan State who can't stop anybody on pass defense. So, and their pass rush isn't elite enough to kind of like bring that back. I think it's a bad matchup for Michigan State. But I think Michigan doesn't have as bad as a matchup versus Ohio State, but Michigan State does. That's just my opinion.
You know what? The only thing that pisses me off really is, and of course, yes, you have Ohio State. They're the better team. But a lot of people, and I know we get on here and say, "Oh, we just know what's going to happen because they're just the better team." But there's always a matchup where one team is better.
I don't know if Ohio State's a better team.
I'm telling you that Michigan. I picked Ohio State to win just now, but it wouldn't surprise me if Michigan State went in there and got an upset on Saturday. I'm telling you,
Ohio State shouldn't be favored.
They have some playmakers on offense.
I think both of you are looking at this from the completely wrong point of view. Both teams are obviously led by their offense, yes, but Michigan State's offense is tailor-built to neutralize Ohio State's offense. Because all they have to do is run the ball, and run it some more, and Ohio State doesn't get the ball.
Well, Slim Shady, I said that in the comment section. I said that MSU is going to run it all over Ohio State, but they don't have the defense. I said that.
Neither team has defense.
Neither team.
Oh, that's proven.
But I'll read my comment again. I said Michigan State will run it all over Ohio State, but MSU doesn't have the defense to stop them. I meant.
Especially the passing game.
Well, both you and Ballard just got done saying that Michigan State doesn't stand a chance.
I didn't say that.
I wasn't saying they couldn't win or didn't necessarily stand a chance, but I
said it's a bad matchup for Michigan State, but Ohio State should not.
That's what I was thinking.
If I was doing the spread, I'd favor Ohio State probably by 2 points, maybe 3. But that's it. It's going to be.
I'd say Ohio State should be favored by a touchdown, sure, but that doesn't make it a bad matchup for Michigan State at all.
How many times in college football history, and I mean recently it's not much, but how many times have there been games where teams were double-digit favorites and they got their butts handed to them?
Well, I was saying that for Michigan State's defense, it was a bad matchup, which is a problem.
I mean, any game is a bad matchup for Michigan State's defense.
Yeah, but the thing about the defenses, though, for both teams, I kind of feel like it's a bad matchup for both defenses.
Well, yeah, neither team has what you would call a good defense. So,
yeah. I predict this game will be high scoring because Michigan State's strength on offense is against Ohio State's weakness on defense. Ohio State's strength on offense is going against Michigan State's weakness on defense. So it'll probably be in the high 30s, low 40s. That's my prediction.
I don't think it'll get that high. I think Michigan State will run out so much, about like Army did a couple of years ago, running that triple option, beating people 20-14. I think that's about how it go.
That might be.
This will be cool.
I think they're going to try and limit the amount of times Ohio State touches the ball, and they're just going to lose as much clock as they possibly can when they're on offense. Long sustained drive.
Hell.
Well, here's why I said
okay, here we go.
What's going on?
Oh, I was
Oh, we
looking.
got the
I was
bowl
trying to show y'all some bowl predictions.
Okay, but here the reason why I said Michigan's a better matchup is because Michigan's the one team who has a good matchup on offense against Ohio State, obviously, because they're great at running the ball, and they have a good matchup on defense as well with their pass defense. So
Yeah.
Michigan, in my opinion, has a better chance to beat Ohio State because of that. They have good matchups in both.
Yeah, I might agree.
Ballard, nobody cares about bowl predictions for at least the next 2 weeks.
But
You
Ballard,
want to watch Ole
Yeah,
Miss
look,
and Wake
but-
Forest, though?
no. Well, let me say this, Ballard. Bowls they're unpredictable right now. We don't know who's going to win the Big Ten. We don't know if Oregon's going to lose another game. We don't
You
know
don't
if
know any conference right now.
there's no conference that's certain. Now,
Except Georgia, they've practically clinched the East
That-
already, right?
okay.
That's the only thing. And I've
Okay,
been
we-
trying
Well,
to tell
teams-
y'all
teams-
too that.
Well,
Ballard,
Ballard, teams have clinched the division. What we're saying is that no one's clinched a conference. Nobody's
Exactly.
like,
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Conferences, not division.
yeah. Like bowl games aren't. I guess divisions help in bowl games, but they're mostly what happens in the conference championship game. That kind of decides the New Year's Six bowls.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean-
obviously, because it's the playoffs, and the bowls got to figure it out after that.
Yeah, and so if I had to pick a playoff right now, I think it's going to be Georgia. I do think Ohio State will win the Big Ten. Then it will be, I think Oregon's going to win the Pac-12, and I think Oklahoma will sneak in there. I think Oregon will be put over Ohio State, though.
What do you? Yeah.
But
Okay.
But the thing about Michigan losing to Michigan State that really hurts them is that to win the Big Ten East, Michigan must have Ohio State beat Michigan State. If Michigan State wins, then Michigan has and certainly no chance. And Ohio State would only have a chance if they beat Michigan and Michigan State were to lose to Penn State, which is not out of the question. Penn State is a lot better than their record, I should say.
Oh yeah, they're like
They're-
like Auburn. You know, Auburn
think-
has a bad record, but they're.
I
better
think
than
Penn
that.
State could possibly play the spoiler card that last week.
I mean, does that really matter, though, if you're better than your record? Because your record is what it is.
Right, the committee and everybody, they're not looking at
I'm
that.
saying that Penn State.
Well, I mean, Miami's been better than their record for the last 15 years, and what has that amounted to? Nothing.
Yeah, Miami's has been better than the record. They're better than the record this year.
What do you guys think about this? Georgia, Cincinnati, Oregon, and Oklahoma State for the playoff.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In my opinion, Cincinnati has absolutely zero chance of making it in unless there's a bunch of two-loss teams. That's the only one.
A couple of weeks ago, I thought Cincinnati had a chance. I don't really think they have a chance anymore.
If you have 4 one-loss conference champions, Cincinnati has zero chance of getting in.
Yeah, that's what you're probably going to get.
More likely.
I think Wake
Now-
Forest.
Now, I said something this morning to Lou, and I agree that it could happen. Oklahoma, I mean, the Big 12 could play itself out. Oklahoma could win against Oklahoma State during the season and then have to play them again in the Big 12 championship and then turn around and Oklahoma State wins that one, in which case the Big 12 plays itself out.
Yeah, J-Dubs in the comment section said the U has amounted to nothing.
We've amounted to the same thing that Alabama amounted to for 20 years.
Oh my God, I don't even want to hear that BS.
Well-
What's up, Jordan?
What's going on?
True.
You may not want to hear it, Ballard, but it's a fact.
Hold on, wait. Are you saying what they've done recently, or like back?
No,
going
I
back history?
said for 20 years. Bama's had their down
Oh, yeah.
from
Okay.
94 through 08. Bama was dumpster juice.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to say
No, I
something,
agree.
and I know Slim Shady probably isn't too happy about it, but Miami should have never lost to FSU. I don't even know how that happened.
I mean, the same way terrible Auburn teams beat Alabama. Weird shit
Yeah.
happens. I'm not even that
This year.
FSU, that was probably FSU. They prepared for that game the most because that's their main rival.
Actually, you want to know why Miami lost? because they had more penalty yards in the first quarter than offensive production. That's why they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
Tyler Van Dyke was like 7 for 18 at one point in the game. He had thrown 2 interceptions too. So
I didn't watch too much college football over the weekend because I was playing.
He threw 2 interceptions and there was a sack fumble that he lost.
Yeah.
I barely even saw the Georgia-Tennessee game, but because I had the state title game this weekend, so I didn't watch too much. So.
Now, granted, they dug themselves out of that hole, and I'll give them all credit.
Yeah, they played great. they pretty much outplayed Florida State from the second quarter on, but obviously except for the last drive.
Oh no, Rich Sanchez. I have to majorly disagree with Rich Sanchez. Very possibly high since he makes the playoffs. Absolutely.
Hold on. I've been saying this, and I mean, I get what you're getting at, Jacob, that it's not a high possibility. But if they went out, I just don't know how the committee.
Okay, can I pull a hot take
That's
real
all
quick?
it is.
Can I pull a hot take real quick? I think Cincinnati's going to lose to Houston.
Oh, damn.
I mean,
Actually,
I can see that happening.
I would not be surprised.
Since he's not winning out.
Well, let's say even that they do. Who's going to make a valid argument putting in a team that beat Navy by 2?
The committee's trying to get him out.
That's true.
Listen, like
Is it
the thing with Cincinnati is if their conference has severely disappointed this year. Outside of SMU and Houston, the American Conference is bad. Like
it is.
Like last year, it was. I mean, you could argue it was one of the 5 best conferences that year, but this year everybody's pretty much underperformed in that conference, and that's hurt Cincinnati's.
If this was 2018, if this was 2018, Cincinnati would have a valid argument because they would have a win over a ranked Memphis, a ranked UCF.
Yep.
I think SMU might have got ranked. If not, they were right there close to it.
They were getting better. I don't think they were a top 25 team in 18, but they were solid.
So he's explaining his argument. He said that Georgia beats Bama, OSU loses another game, Oregon wins out. I think a 2-loss Ohio State conference champion would get in over undefeated Cincinnati. I think that would happen.
Wait, what did you say?
I think that a 2-loss conference champion Ohio State team would get in over undefeated Cincinnati.
Until they prove they'll put a 2-loss team in, I don't think they'll put.
I'm not. The only way I can see it is if the SEC champion has 2 losses. I can't.
Now let me ask you guys this. I know when we go to the 12-team playoff, you get all the champions and everything, what they want to do.
Ballard, they're not going to a 12-team playoff. They're going to jump to 8 before they jump to 12.
8 is pretty much off the table now. From what? They're not considering 8.
They're not doing 8.
Damn. All right.
I think if
I was just gonna say with expansion coming up in a few years, at least what they want to do, like would 2-loss teams get into 12 or whatever?
The problem with
in a certain scenario.
Well, what the committee is doing right now, they're trying to find a valid argument for why athletes can miss the holidays, play a natty until Christmas or February and miss all their academics just to play a couple more games of college football and have more injuries and all that. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to come up with an argument.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. It's not up to the committee.
Yeah.
They have to get it past the university to get a 12 playoff.
And the university.
Really?
And there's a lot of universities that won't do it.
Yeah,
no, really, it's not even ultimately the university. It's the bowl committees.
And I forgot who said
because they don't want because they don't want a playoff that doesn't involve the bowls. Like they all of them are pretty much all of them are against having holding a playoff game at a team's home stadium. And
okay,
stuff.
somebody said this yesterday. I forgot who said it, but they said the playoff is about the best team, not the least injured team. I forgot who said that.
Come on.
Was it you, Jordan Bowman, or is you or LW? If I
I didn't say it.
Okay, well then it was LW. He said the playoffs is about the best team, not the least injured team. So, I mean, imagine if the 12-team playoff happened this year and Alabama were to make it. You're telling me that Alabama's going to go and play 4 extra games with 2 scholarship running backs? Because that's what they have. That's what
What's up,
they have.
Ballard?
Okay, who's this?
Dominic.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Slim Shady, what do you think about Ed Reed being the new athletic director?
Hell no.
I fucking brain dead. They're not making him athletic.
No, they're not.
And nobody's even calling for it. Now you have some, what I would call brain dead individuals saying he needs to be a coordinator or head coach, and I think that
I know, right?
Well, I'm sorry. I thought he was confirmed to be athletic director.
No.
That's just what I
turn
heard.
their TV on. Somebody needs to turn their TV off.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something going on in the back. I don't know who that is.
Jacob.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Turn down your TV, Jacob.
Ain't me. But anyways, hey Ballard.
What?
Washington football team upset the Buccaneers this past Sunday.
We're not talking about that.
Sorry guys.
Oh, no.
That was my mistake.
I mean, I'll talk about it. I don't care. Yeah, watch it.
Well,
Apparently Ballard doesn't want to get into it.
No, I don't know. Look,
But
Actually,
see,
I do want to talk about that.
God
Because-
awful.
here's why to me NFL is less popular, because a regular season game doesn't matter.
Yeah. The playoffs
Taylor
matter.
Heineke can get all glad and happy that, which to me never makes sense saying Taylor Heineke beat Tom Brady. No, he beat Tampa's defense. But okay, you lost to Tampa's defense in the game that mattered. So enjoy it and go back to the bench as soon as Washington gets a real quarterback.
Yeah.
Me, that like I said, that's why college football is more popular, and to me that would be the nail in the coffin for college football. At that point, college football goes to a 12-team playoff. Regular season's not going to matter, and that'll be the nail in the coffin for it.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, listen. Sorry it was short today, but I got class in a little bit, so I figured I'd hang out with y'all for a little while. But I got to wrap it up.
All right.
Well, first time in a while since I've been on Ballard. Appreciate it, man. As always, thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Peace.
Yeah. See you guys.
All right, later.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry to cut it short. Maybe do a stream Thursday or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I love you guys. Hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. Big things coming to the channel next year. Love all you guys. Jesus loves you. God bless. And as always, roll Tide.
Roll down Tide.